Hello viewers, this is Chandita and in this video I'm going to show how regular expressions work in Tableau. This video will contain a very simple example of regular expressions, while I'll do a part 2 of this video wherein I'll cover a slightly harder example of regular expressions in Tableau. So let's get started. Here I have a very easy dataset which contains a bunch of person IDs and the IP addresses from where they have sent emails to other people. Now for this example, I will be dissecting this IP address. It may not make sense, but I think it will be great from a learning experience. So I will start by creating a calculated field named IP1. When I type reg, you see there are a bunch of functions which are provided by Tableau for regular expressions. I will be covering the first two functions in this video, while the other two functions I may cover in a later video. So let me select the first function, which is regexp_extract. It takes two parameters, the string and the pattern. Let me track the IP address as a string because that is the field from where I want to extract a path. And for the pattern, we need to provide the pattern within single quotes. So I'll start with a single quote, followed by a backslash, followed by a D, because D stands for a single digit, followed by a plus, because plus stands for one or more digits. And here, if I have to extract the first part of the IP address, it has, if you see, the first row has only 2 digits while the other rows have 3 digits to the part 1 of the IP address. So it's good to give plus because I don't know the number of digits, followed by the single quote. Let's hit apply and see what it gives us. So I have dragged IP1 to the rows, and if you see, it gives null. The reason is, whatever pattern we want to extract, we have to ensure that the pattern is within round brackets. So I will be covering this entire pattern within single round brackets, and when I hit on apply, if you see, I get the first part of the IP address. Now suppose rather than the first part, I want this second part. So for that, what we need to do is, maybe let me write it from scratch, that will be easier within the single quotes. So I'll as usual, I'll start with a \d plus, which denotes one or more digits, followed by a dot, followed by again \d plus. And what I need to do is, the second part of the digit has to be, because that's the part I want to retrieve, so that part has to be covered with the round brackets, not the first part, because that is the part which we do not want to extract. And remember, I have said that whatever part you want to extract, that has to be covered with the round brackets. When I do that and hit apply, if you now see, I have extracted here the second part of the IP address, and I can go on and on with this to extract the third and the fourth part, but I guess this example makes it clear on how to use the regex_extract. So let me move on to how to use the other regular expressions now. So I'll create another calculated field, and I may name it IP2, and I'll select regular expression_extract_nth. So the way it differs is, if you see it, it also takes a string and the pattern, but additionally it takes an index, and the index tells you what part, which number part of the regular expression you want to select. So once I write it, it will become more clear as to what it does. So let me drag the IP address again, and for pattern what I'll do is I will write this entire IP address pattern within this regular expression, which is easy, and that's why I have selected it, because easy things make for good examples to start with. So what I'll do is I'll put a \d plus dot, then again a \d plus dot. So this is the entire pattern of the IP address which I'm writing. So I have to write it 4 times, and what I will be doing is I'll be covering each section of the digits with this round brackets. Sorry, this is done. And now as for the index, let me give an index of 1 and close it. Okay, I have to end the pattern with a single quote. So now what will happen is, if you see, I have this entire IP address pattern written as a string of digits followed by a dot to represent the entire pattern here, and I have this digits because this is the digits which I want, surrounded with this round brackets. The index 1 here means I want just the first part of the IP address. So let's hit apply and drag IP2, and if you see, it gives me the first part of the IP address. Now let's see if I give 2 what it gives me. If I give 2 and hit apply, now if you see, it gives me the second part of the IP address. If I replace the index with 3, it will give me the third part of the IP address. And if I enter 4 in the index, it will give me the fourth part of the IP address. So I guess it's very easy. So you have this one regular expression where you have actually represented the entire field, and now you are just extracting parts of that field in your different calculations. So it becomes very easy that way to extract the data from the string. Now I guess what you can also do is, suppose you want to divide it into just 2 parts, this IP address into 2 parts and not this 4 parts here. So in that case, what you can do is you can just remove this bracket from here and also here, and after that if I just change this index to 1, now if you see, it gives the first 2 parts of the IP address, and if I change it to 2, gives the second part of the IP address. So I hope regular expressions in Tableau is clear with this video. I hope you found this video useful. Thanks for watching.